Welcome. This is a live broadcast of the Sunday edition. We at the Hill in Pocket Hill Highlands, Harare, the capital city. I am Liam Bernard with Noble Mahungwe interpreting the bulletin in sign language.
And I am Yvonne Mukando. Nube will join us later from our Montrose studios in Bulawayo. Let's take a look at the stories we're leading with tonight. The Rural Infrastructure Development Agency drills more than 150 boreholes in Matebeleland South Province.
And in other news, hundreds of mourners throng Chiweshe as Sungura icon Madzibaba Nicholas Zakaria is laid to rest.
Zimbabwe edged Malawi 48-44 to claim bronze at the 2025 Africa Netball Cup. That and more in our look at Sports Buzz tonight.
Those are our leading stories tonight. We start off with the main news. President Emmerson Mnangagwa says the existing culture of cooperation and unity of purpose amongst the communities, traditional leaders and government will strengthen grassroots development across the country. Our political editor, Bruce Chawanda, has that report.
Developmental initiatives being implemented under the Leaving No One and No Place Behind mantra has seen a major transformation of rural communities through the construction of roads, sinking of boreholes and construction of dams. At the center of such developments are traditional leaders who are the custodians of such infrastructure as village business units, which have become a source of income and balanced diet for communities. President Mnangagwa told traditional leaders last week that they play a significant role in fostering development at village and ward levels through working closely with communities and government arms across the country.
The boreholes drilled under the presidential borehole drilling program and the village business units established to date should continue to be bedrock for improved nutrition and household income in every single village. I count on you, our traditional leaders, Mazibambedu, to take a keen interest in the success of these projects. Chiefs, headmen, and the village heads are vital cogs in facilitating development, in planning, and the implementation of projects at the village, ward levels upwards. I commend the leadership, support, and guidance you continue to render to local authorities with regards advancing our national development aspirations. This has seen tangible progress in terms of the construction of key infrastructure, such as schools, clinics, roads and bridges, as well as working spaces for small to medium enterprises, among other projects. This positive culture of cooperation and a unity of purpose must continue to be sustained. Additionally, the strengthening and capacitation of grassroots development structures in the form of village and ward assemblies, as well as development committees, should be scaled up.
The Second Republic continues to attract investments in all sectors of the economy, with President Mnangagwa urging firms to prioritize value addition in public-private partnerships in modernizing the education sector.
The development, construction and rehabilitation of roads, energy, water, and ICT infrastructure projects are ongoing. As we attend to our national rail network and the main highways, the need to maintain and modernize trunk and rural roads will equally receive the necessary support and resources. Therefore, to accelerate the building, modernization, and industrialization of our beloved motherland, Zimbabwe, human capital development remains very central to this task. Investments in innovation, science and technology development, as well as the manufacturing sector through value addition and beneficiation of our natural resources is a priority. My administration welcomes public-private partnerships for the construction of additional educational infrastructure,
Wirecast,
including laboratories and computer science facilities. All our young people in both rural and urban areas will be given opportunities and equipped with modern technologies and ICT-based skills.
The interface between the president and traditional leaders was an opportunity to reflect on matters affecting rural communities in general and the nation at large, while taking stock of the successes recorded in national development. Bruce Chawanda, SABC News, Harare.
The Rural Agency Development Community continues to promote inclusive development in once marginalized communities with the drilling of more than 150 boreholes by the agency in Matebeleland South Province. That's in the year 2025. The details from Providence Maranelli.
2025 draws to an end. Matebeleland South Province has much to celebrate after government, through its inclusive development agenda, has seen impactful projects being implemented across the province. One of the critical projects have been the provision of water through sinking and rehabilitating of more than 150 boreholes per Vida to ensure that communities have safe drinking water.
There has been the completion of the Supi piped drift in Uganda and the Gonde Matiwaza piped drift in Matobo. We have also done a regraveling of 10 kilometers of Lutumba Tongwe Blawayo main body bike bridge.
Demonstration of Wirecast.
Mawabeni Kambuzi Dula in Esgodini and Fila Mbondo Avoka in season.
Government's inclusive development agenda has also seen Matebeleland South pioneering flagship projects like the first village business unit and the first drought mitigation center, all meant to build resilience against climate change.
Rural infrastructure is the backbone of inclusive national development. The roads that connect isolated
This
villages,
is a demonstration of
the bridges
Wirecast.
that open access to markets and services, the water systems that bring dignity to households, and the renewable energy installation that power rural enterprises. These are not mere projects. They are lifelines. They are the foundation upon which we build economic opportunities, social cohesion, and sustainable growth.
As the nation transitions into 2026, marking the beginning of the NDS2, the implementation of critical projects like the solarized boreholes and dam construction may catapult the province of Matebeleland South into an agro-driven economy. Providence Maranelli, ZBC News, Gwanda.
Now, a community initiative crowdfund by alternatively contributing money through Mukando is transforming the Chirumanzu Zibagwe community for better, as it is seen of women coming up with business ideas that have empowered them. And now our Midlands Bureau Chief Tefara Chukwumira was in Vuma and filed the following report.
The long-cherished Mukando initiative, where a group of people make contributions towards raising funds to buy groceries at the end of the year, is taking a new shape in Chirumanzu Zibagwe constituency, where women have gone a gear up in forming cooperatives that are generating income. The initiative, which was popularized by the First Lady, Dr. Auxilia Mnangagwa, during her tenure as the legislator of the area, is proving to be a game changer, with women now going a gear up in turning the cooperatives into viable entities. From buying utility vehicles for businesses to establishing microfinance initiatives and funeral parlors, the women of Chirumanzu Zibagwe constituency are experiencing real transformation through their Mukando initiative.
Kuyedzegwa uri machira unofanira kushanda saka haiwa mai tinovatera zvingaiti dai vasirivo tichingofamba netsoka tichiona pedhe asi nokuda kwamai izvezvi tiri kufamba nadzo motikari.
Kubatana hama yepedyo inobatsira nezvizhinji. Inobatsira nekuti toti munhu wedu ashaikira zvakaita sekuHarare tinokwanisa kunotakura munhu wedu ikoko tichiuya nayo kuno kunzvimbo kwatinogara tinopa machristmas hampa tinoti kana zviya ukaita drought tinokwanisa kunge tichitenga upfu tichipa mamembers edu.
Chirongwa chamai chandisimudzira zvakanyanya. Takasiya tadzidziswa mukando wekukandirana. Tikakandirana mari, vamwe vakatenga mota, vamwe vakadhisaidha kutenga masitofu, isi takadhisaidha kutenga mushini wokugaya mafuta. Tichida kuenderera mberi nechirongwa chekufidha huku chatakadzidziswa namai. Takaona kuti kutengesa masunflower akadaro hazvina zvazvinotipa. Tikabvisa masunflower obuda mafuta marara tofidhisa huku.
Legislators from Chirumanzo, Zimbabwe also heaped praises on Amai Mnangagwa's initiative, urging men to also take a leaf from the empowering program.
Ngatitende inokurumbidza Mwari nokutipa mutungamiriri ane muono wemhuri yake, muono wenyika. Zvese zvatiri kuita zvakungati mai vanoperera kugota nhanga kwete, asi tarisai masupermarket ari panawo akati vane madzimai agere apa. Kushinga kwenyu ndokuratidza kuti vana mai makashinga, makakwanisa kutakura 9 manzi kuti tive pano patiri nhasi. Toda kuzvirumbidza nokutenda nebasa guru ramakaita. Nanhasi uno muri kungotishandira kuti mudzimba medu murege kuita nzara.
Mai vakatitira chinhu chinokosha, chinhu chakanaka, nokuti mai vakativo kana uchifamba uchienda kunoshanya uri mudzimai haushayi chokubata. Saka mai vakasiya vatidzidzisa zvakakosha zvakawanda, nanhasi vari kungotidzidzisa zvose zvavari kuita zvanagota nhanga kuno vakasiya vatidzidzisa vari MP.
Tiri kuona vana vechidiki vachisimudzirwa zvakanyanya nezvatakasiya tadzidziswa naamai, nenyaya yekuti kazhinji mikando yakawanda inonopera kupera kwegore. Tingave tichitarisa wemagrosaries chaiwo, kune mikando inobatsira madzimai kutenga midziyo. Uri wega chaiko dzimwe dzenguva tichitarisa mamwe madzimai atinenge tiinawo anogona kuremerwa kutenga chero mbedha kana wardrobe chaiyo kuisa mumba, asi vakabatana vari group of 10 vakakandirana ma$10 kana ma$20 pamwedzi kana kuti kamwe chete pavhiki kana pamavhiki maviri munhu anokwanisa kunotengawo midziyo yake.
The Mukando initiative has become a movement that speaks to community development driven by unit of purpose in Chirumanzo, Zimbabwe constituency. Tafara Chikumira, ZBC News, Mvuma.
Women-owned businesses continue to significantly contribute to the country's gross domestic product through creating employment opportunities while fostering local development through innovation, resilience, and impact of their ventures. This emerged at the 2025 Zimbabwe Women in Business Forum Awards Diaspora Edition held in Harare this Saturday.
The Diaspora Awards edition recognition goes beyond accolades but is a celebration of a thriving community of women entrepreneurs driving social and economic development for the winners by highlighting their stories and successes. The event not only strengthens the spirit of sorority but underscores the transformative power of female entrepreneurship in Zimbabwe.
I'm based in Australia. I'm here and I'm happy. Thank you for honoring me.
Outstanding in banana products, which we are working very well with a value addition of 107 products.
The Zimbabwe Women in Business Forum is a platform created for women in Zimbabwe and in the global sector at large to network and showcase even to the world that Zimbabwe is a loving country. It's open for business.
The Minister of Women Affairs, Community, Small and Medium Enterprises Development, Senator Monica Mtangwa, said the awards are more than a celebration but a validation of bold journeys and a source of inspiration for future generations of women entrepreneurs.
Today we celebrate the remarkable achievements of women who have dared to dream, because most of the time when you start a business, you start by dreaming. It's allowed to dream. And what is important as a ministry, we are also there to help those who are dreaming, from small-scale traders to large business owners. Your contributions are shaping our economic landscape. So as our mandate is to facilitate that access to finance, provide training, mentorship, and advocating for policy reforms that create an enabling environment for our women to succeed.
As the cheer and applaud was loud for the winners, the ceremony also created a digital platform to help winners stay connected and share advice, with the goal to make a place where women leaders can exchange ideas and support each other, not just during award season, but throughout the year. Memory Chamisa, ZBC News, Harare.
The enactment of Zimbabwe's Private Voluntary Organization Act is being held for bringing order, accountability and coordination to the civic center, while enabling complaint organizations to contribute meaningfully to national development and heritage preservation. Our next report.
The Private Voluntary Organizations Act, gazetted in April 2025, has clarified operational guidelines for voluntary organizations, reinforcing transparency and restoring public confidence in civic work aligned with national interests. Before the law came into effect, the sector operated under outdated legislation, resulting in weak oversight, mistrust, and fragmented activities, often detached from national priorities.
basa nechikonzero chekuti rinoita kuti basa rifambe zvakanaka. Chakakosha nechekuti kana tatsigirwa nehurumende yedu tikanzi tiwambe masangano edu, isi ngatitarisanei nedonzvo redu ratinenge takumbira kuti isisi basa redu nderei. Sisi tava kuti aiwa zvakanaka, because kana takutarisa in terms of kunze kwenyika tinetawo kuona nezvewofe yevana vemawo veterans edu pamwe chete nemawidows edu. Ndizvo zvimwe zvinhu zvakatikoshera izvezvo.
The signing in to law of the PVO bill, which is now an act of parliament, came at an opportune time as Zimbabwe is aligning to the international community in talking to issues to do with money laundering and terrorism that was being done through non-governmental organizations that are operating in the Republic. So government has done itself and the Republic a great service in coming up with the PVO Act. And at the same time, we're also realizing that most civil society organizations were now encroaching into a lane that they do not have a mandate.
Following formal clearance, the Friends of Veterans of the Liberation Struggle says they now play a coordinated role in strengthening national cohesion through heritage preservation. Veterans of the Liberation Struggle are actively involved in the work, preserving sites that carry the country's liberation memory for present and future generations. The work is being carried out voluntarily in honor of those who sacrificed their lives for Zimbabwe's independence, with members taking pride in operating as a fully indigenous organization serving national interests. Zimbabwe's PVO framework mirrors international practice, with countries such as South Africa, Kenya, and the United Kingdom regulating voluntary organizations through clear legal systems to ensure accountability, transparency, and alignment with national laws. Wellington Makonese, ZBC News, Harare.
Sungura music icon Madzibaba Nicholas Zakaria has been laid to rest in Chavakaire village, Chiweshe, where hundreds of mourners gathered to pay their last respects.
Madzibaba Nicholas Zakaria's final journey was a cause for celebration to hundreds of mourners who converged at his rural home in Chiweshe to bid farewell to a legend. Prominent artists were among the mourners who gave glowing tributes of the Sungura ace.
Murumo ndinomuziva kumavambo chaiko chaiko, ndingangoti asati atombosvika pakuti iye vachaanotoimbawo achangoridza magitare naivo vana Aleka vachiridza magitare. Takatomboita mashows inini ndichitungamirira Broadway Sounds, ivo Kiyama ichitungamirirwa naTinei Chikupo. Tikatombofamba kutendera tichiita mashows muZimbabwe. Saka vanga vachatotanga makore autaura zvekuma80s.
Munhu anga achibatsira maartisti ari kusumuka musambo wesungura zvakanyanya, nekuti ndivo dzinde guru resungura vakatanga nemusambo wesungura. Saka vaipa mazano sezita ravo kuti senior lecturer.
Ndauya nhasi kuzoona panovigwa ticha wangu, nongoti mudhara wangu Zorei Murugare vafa, inini
ndisati ndasvikawo pandaizotiwo pamwe ndaizogona kuvatendawo nezvavakandiitira.
Madzibaba Nicholas Zakaria's wife, Margaret, who was married to the late musician for 45 years, led relatives in paying tribute to her husband.
Takatorana 1980 ndichipinda mubanai kusvika nhasi. Aikudzidzisa kuti kuregerera chinhu chikuru. Wondidzidzisa futi kuti shanda nemaoko ako. Usatarise kudya zvausina kurima.
Baba wangu anga ari munhu anga asina hasha. Vainzwisisa ukataura nawo maproblems. Uchivabvunza kuti baba pakamira sei. Vaitaura neunyoro.
Music promoters, politicians and many other stakeholders paid tribute to the musician.
Namadzibaba tachina zvakanaka. Munhu aikoshesa basa kupfuura mari. Ini ndakazvimirira munhu ndakafamba naye kuenda kunze kwenyika. Ndakana madzibaba kuMozambique, ndikana kuMalawi.
Tirambe chisimudzira basa ravakasiya rakanaka rekubata nguva nekushare information. He was a great lecturer, a great professional. Tongotenda even National Arts Council takambovarangarira tikavapa mubayiro wenama legends.
Urombo zvikuru nokushayikirwa kwataita nemuimbi mukuru waititsigira isu tichimutsigirawo Baba Nicholas Zakaria.
Tarasikirwa zvikuru nemuimbi wedu Madzibaba Nicholas Zakaria. Anga asiri muimbi chete. Anga ari munhu angachigarikika naye zvakanaka.
Madzibaba Nicholas Zakaria died at the age of 69 after battling diabetes and hypertension. He leaves an indelible mark on the music industry from his career spanning over 50 years. Zakaria's burial was done in line with the Muslim culture, with women not allowed when the final rites were performed. Tapiwa Machemedze, ZBC News, Mazowe.
Madzibaba's music will forever be remembered. That's one thing for sure. Now, from addiction to redemption, musician Takura Chiwoniso, popularly known as Blot, has spoken out on the dark side of drug and substance abuse. Let's take a listen.
This Sunday, the ZBC News crew sat down with Takura Chiwoniso, popularly known as Blot Grenade, as he opened up about his journey through drug addiction and his fight to reclaim his life and career. Once a rising star with hit songs like Andinga Saririre, Ndoikwira Ndege, Rufu and Skeleu, Blot's career was nearly derailed by drug and substance abuse.
I was taken for rehabilitation. My drugs, they disturbed my career. Ndofunga tikatarisa good look, maybe right now as we are speaking, I might be someone big, on top, but I can't drag from level and my drugs. Saka what I want to tell you is andoda kutaura ndamashuka kawanda. Chandongoda kungokudza ndechekuti my drugs they kill. Haana chakanaka.
Now on the road to recovery, Blot is hoping to use his experience to raise awareness among youths about the harsh consequences of drug and substance abuse.
Tinazo zvakawanda, tine ma occasions akawanda ndinawo. Kana uri munhu like as a public figure, right? You have to lead by example. This time I want to be a youth leader.
His manager Tawanda Mwedzi recalled the emotional and professional toll addiction took on Blot's career.
This is a demonstration of Wirecast.
Vakomana vari kuita mashows, kune mabig show akatanga as of October. Ina tinakwanisa kushow yatakwanisa kuita seGNG. The reason being ndiyoti mukomana anga ari kukembi.
Blot's mother, Mrs. Chiedza Chanetsa, emotionally shared how the family struggled watching their son fade away, consumed by addiction.
Akaona kana show anga asingachakwanisi kuenda kunatenda show yayi nenyaya kuti panguva yaari fanira kunge achatenda show anenge ari busy.
This is a demonstration of Wirecast.
Ainorara kana 3 days sinaumuka
His story mirrors a growing crisis affecting many, with the drugs destroying not just individual lives, but also families and communities. In response to the growing menace, government is intensifying efforts to combat the scourge through such initiatives as construction of rehabilitation centers across the country. Peter Chivima, ZBC
This
News.
is a demonstration
Harare.
of Wirecast.
In other news, the ZANU PF Manicaland province has upheld its previous decision to recommend the co-option of Presidential Investment Advisor Dr. Paul Tungwarara into the party's Central Committee following his endorsement by Chipinge District.
The lively, extraordinary ZANU PF provincial meeting held
This
in
is a
Mutare this
demonstration
Sunday
of
saw
Wirecast.
Manicaland province revisiting its recommendation on the co-option of Dr. Paul Tungwarara into the Central Committee following concerns over procedural issues that could have been overlooked.
Takanyorera Chipinge district tichiudza tati chatsamba iyi vekuchipinge isusu vedu tikufamba tikudai asi patsamba pakazi Chipinge ndibvunze
This is a demonstration
vari
of
muno
Wirecast.
ndiani wekuchipinge ari muno anoti zvakaitwa izvazvisizvo.
Central Committee members from Chipinge who attended the PCC meeting reaffirmed Dr. Tungwarara's recommendation, citing that it reflects the will of the people of Chipinge and appealed for authorities to uphold their recommendation.
This is a demonstration of Wirecast.
Several other party members seconded the motion in support of Dr. Tungwarara's co-option into the Central Committee.
This is a demonstration of Wirecast.
Kuti comrade Tungwarara vave co-opted into the Central Committee. Ndiri kusekenda zvataurwa navapfumi kuti zvakataurwa neChipinge tinowirirana nazvo. Kosheni yaDr. Tungwarara yabva kuChipinge ndinoti position yabva kuChipinge ndoyava position yeManicaland. Hatisi kuona kunapoka
This is a demonstration of Wirecast.
The ZANU PF PCC meeting was characterized by music and dance as party members rallied behind Dr. Tungwarara's proposed co-option into the Central Committee. Kenya's Chivuje, ZBC News, Mutare.
We take you now to Mashonaland West. ZANU PF Politburo member Comrade Ziambi has revealed that the proposed term extension for President Emmerson Mnangagwa is meant to stabilize the party and ensure continuity of national developments being ushered in by the Second Republic.
Addressing the last ZANU PF Mashonaland West Provincial Coordinating Committee PCC meeting of the year in Karoi this Sunday, Politburo member Comrade Ziambi explained the logic behind the ruling party's resolution number 1.
This is a demonstration of Wirecast.
ukasha hunenge hune vanhu vokungoda kuti tirambe tiri mumaelection mode. Toxicity iyoyo timbovaka nyika. Tarisai muone zvaitwa napresident. Trababulus migwagwa iri kugadzirwa, madhamu, kuagriculture chaiko. Zvino tikati ngatipinde muelection mode next year. President chero ima MP muri vanhuka. munobva mati aiwa ngatimbomira kuita izvi zvekuvaka ichi timbono kampena.
The provincial leadership, led by Chairperson Comrade Mary Mliswa Chikoka, rallied members to be true ambassadors of the party while maintaining discipline and unity.
Ziama programs ese apinda munjimbo mako kuitira kuti vanhu vakwanise kuappreciate basa riri kubatwa neutongi hwababa Mnangagwa, kwete kuswera tichitaura factional politics dzatisinei nadzo.
Tine 14,724 masero edu throughout the province. Membership yedu yamira pa 745,600 parizvino.
Mashonaland West Minister of State for Provincial Affairs and Devolution, Honorable Marian Chombo, gave the state of developmental projects in the province.
Province akaita 3,770 kgs gold that contributor. That's as of 31 October. And my price actually they are very, very lucrative. Meetings mining companies they are posting my positive results. 159,000 tons the chrome kazhinji echibva kwangu constituency kunana Mtoratanga. Platinum PGMs 7,700 kgs. Zvinonyatsoratidza kuti economy yedu Mashonaland West iri kusimukira.
Meanwhile, the PCC celebrated and thanked President Emmerson Mnangagwa following the elevation of Sanyat legislator and Central Committee member Honorable Polite Kambamura to become Minister of Mines and Mining Development. Chamuka Charakupa, ZBC News, Karoi.
Residents of Goromonzi have commended lithium mining giant Prospect Lithium for heeding President Emmerson Mnangagwa's call to develop areas they operate in. This follows the upgrade of Majuru Road, which links the community to the mine.
This is
the tarring of the Majuru Road leading to Prospect Lithium Mine is progressing, with a further 4-kilometer stretch having been opened to traffic. To date, a total of 8 out of 12 kilometers targeted under the project is now open to traffic, much to the delight of the community.
Tara iri kuiswa chokwadi zvokuti kufamba kwakutoreruka. Taifamba nzendo dzakareba tichiti tiende kunosvika kunokwirirwa mabhasi kune road dzinenge dzakanaka. Saka izvinezvi mabhasi takutotakurirwawo pamusuwo chaipo chaipo.
Zviri kubatsira zvakanyanyisa nokuda kwekuti ruzhinji rwakange rwaakuchema dust ratakange taakufema. Asi izvi zvanaka nekuti mugwagwa waiswa taa. Saka tinorati ngavaramba wakadaro kusvika vasvika pagedhi ravo relithium apo. Ndinodaira nharaunda inenge yasimudzirika zvakanaka.
The company says it will continue to work to improve lives of the community.
We started constructing the tarred road last year. In 2024, we did 4 kilometers from Majuru to Kubatsirana Clinic last year. And this year, we are doing 4 kilometers from Kubatsirana Clinic to Ada Farm. Of the 4 kilometers being done this year, 3 of them have already been opened.
The lithium mining giant also held an early Christmas party for the elderly and people with disability from Goromonzi district, which included distribution of food hampers. Gerald Sasa, ZBC News, Goromonzi.
We are streaming live on our Facebook page, ZBC News Online. If you are in Bulawayo, we're coming to you live now as we cross over to Dora Ngube, who is on standby to take us on. Dora, beautiful evening. It's over to you.
Thank you so much, Leanne. Many thanks for taking us on together with the team at Pokasil, and a lovely evening to you. The ZANU PF National Women's League is empowering rural women in production of locally made wooden products as a solution to the rampant importation of such products.
This is a demonstration of Wirecast.
Women in Chirea constituents under Gokwe North District this Saturday praised the government for their inclusion in the national economy through rural industrialization.
Muno mugokwe North zvinge zvichiwanikwa through projects ari kubva kuna baba Mnangagwa, through mukuru wamadzimai mama mai chinomona nebasa guru ravari kuita. Aiwa tinoda kuzvitenda zvikuru.
Mumashopu togona kutotsvaka zvinhu tisi zvishayiwa.
asi tikange takuzviitira isusu pachedu zvotiitira nyore uye zvakachipa zvisingadhuri.
ziwa yataudzwa nhasi aiwa isu tati titishuwa demama tikurudzira kuti vanhu vechipiki shuwa maprojekti iwaya apinde mukati menzvimbo yedu.
For the local leadership, rural development eliminates criminal activities, and for the ZANU PF National Women's League trainers, it is critical to capacitate women.
Munzvimbo medu munomu tiri kuona kuti kuuya kuri kuita maprojekti kuri kuita kuti nzvimbo idevelope.
Nhasi tiri kudzidzisa nhau yekugadzirwa kwemabhurumu, kugadzirwa kwemamopu, kugadzirwa kwematoothpick, mabrush. Tiri kuona kuti tikatarisa kuti nemapegs tikatarisa kuti izvozvi unoona kana kuti matoothpick anouya muno muZimbabwe aimportwa from China, but it's already muZimbabwe miti tinayo, saka zvakatikoshera kuti aiwa tikwanise kudzidzisa mudzimai wanhasi.
ZANU PF National Women's League political commissar Comrade May Bimbowa spoke on the party's empowerment agenda.
Tiri kufambisa donzvo rehurumende rekuendesa ma-industries inonzi rural industrialization, kuendesa ma-industries mukati muma-rural areas mune ma-marginalized communities kuti vatange ma-small industries.
Government has embarked on decentralization and devolution agenda, focusing on rural areas as well as bringing industry close to resources as the country moves to become an upper middle society by 2030. Tafadz Gwachibedere, ZBC News, Bokwe.
ZANU PF Matipelele and South Provincial leadership was in Manama this Saturday to give feedback to the grassroots structures on the successful 22nd National People's Conference held in Mutare in October.
One of the strengths of the ruling ZANU PF party is its strong ties with its grassroots structures. This was on display in Manama, Gwanda South, where the provincial leadership gave a feedback on the 22nd National People's Conference held in Mutare.
My congress okukhona lapha is to deliberate sithole armament esizahamba sedubula ngayo phambili. Ngiyakwazi inhlupho ziningi lapha nalapha but singabi lodubo. ZANU PF is there.
This is a demonstration of Wirecast.
Esekelwayo ngama-10 provinces ngeyokuthi ubaba aqhubeke ebusa till 2030.
In resolution, if we make like it a government, we tamurahu, party, Nina Hani Mwakiri district. So if you have a council, Nina Nitonata will Nina.
This is a demonstration of
ZANU-PF Matipelele and South Provincial Chairperson Comrade Manganiso Ndlovu took the opportunity to highlight some of the impactful projects implemented under the stewardship of Comrade Emerson Mnangagwa.
Gwanda South is going to defend the gains of the revolution. Gwanda South is going to defend isifiso zabantwana beZimbabwe. Ngoba kwazi ukuthi inomlando umlando elawo iGwanda South ukuthi iproject
la of Wirecast.
Ilomlando ukuthi ibumbe uhulumeni ngoba abantu bavotele iZANU PF ngo-2023 uPresident uEmerson Mnangagwa wabalalo igunya elipheleleyo elokuthi abumbe uhulumeni.
Matipelele and South leadership is on a campaign trail to give feedback to all the constituencies on the successful 22nd National People's Conference held in Mutare in October this year. Providence Maranelli, ZBC News, Gwanda.
The National AIDS Council NAC has targeted the mining community of Gokwe South District by unveiling a cocktail of programs in dealing with new HIV infections. Our Midlands Bureau Chief, Tafarach Kumira, was in Gokwe and filed the following report.
The expansion of mining activities in Gokwe South District has brought with it risky behavior in mining communities such as Guanika Business Center. The National AIDS Council has since moved in to target such mining communities for its HIV and AIDS campaigns.
So our focus and our coming to this place was this pocket in Gokwe South is an isolated pocket where there are also mining activities. We don't want this place to
distort the situation in Gokwe South. Gokwe South, the prevalence and everything is a little bit relatively low. But we don't want the mining community to intervene, to distort the picture in the whole district.
Campaigns by NAC seem to be hitting the right chord as artisanal miners seem to be getting the message right.
This is a demonstration of Wirecast.
dambudziko rezvirwere zvepabonde zvisinga zvinodzikira nechikonzero